New Canada rules. Study and work permits can be revoked instantly. Welcome back to Canada Chronicles. If you're planning to study or work in Canada, or you're already here on a temporary permit, today's update is critical for you. Canada has just introduced strict new immigration rules that allow officers to instantly revoke study and work permits under certain conditions. This means that even a small mistake could put your status at risk. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In this video, we'll break down everything you need to know, from why these changes are happening to how you can protect yourself and stay compliant. And make sure you watch until the end. We'll be diving into the most important steps you can take right now to avoid losing your permit and safeguard your future in Canada. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's get started. Canada's immigration crackdown. What you need to know. In a major shift to its immigration policies, Canada has introduced strict new rules that allow immigration officers to instantly revoke study and work permits under specific circumstances. These new regulations, which took effect on January 31, 2025, have sparked intense debate, raising concerns among international students, temporary workers, and employers across the country. With the rapid influx of immigrants in recent years, the Canadian government has been under pressure to reassess and reinforce its immigration policies. The primary aim of these reforms is to prevent fraud, ensure compliance, and regulate the rising number of temporary residents. However, the stringent nature of these new policies has left many individuals anxious about their future in the country. If you're planning to study or work in Canada, or you're already here, this information is critical for you. Today, we're breaking down exactly what these changes mean, how they impact temporary residents, and what you can do to protect yourself. Why is Canada tightening immigration rules? Over the past few years, Canada has seen an explosion in temporary residents, with record-high numbers of international students and foreign workers entering the country. While this has contributed to economic growth, it has also led to major challenges such as rising housing costs, employment competition, and increased demand for public resources. Canada's urban centres have struggled with housing shortages, with rental prices skyrocketing and universities unable to accommodate the growing student population. Many foreign workers have faced job insecurity due to increasing competition in the labour market. Additionally, fraudulent applications have increased, with reports of fake admissions letters and false employment offers being used to secure permits. The government has identified many cases where students never enrolled in their designated programs or workers violated the conditions of their permits. To restore credibility and control misuse, officials have taken swift action. With public concern mounting and policymakers pushing for reform, the Canadian government has reinforced immigration controls to ensure only genuine applicants benefit from its programs. New powers for immigration officers. The ability of immigration officers to instantly revoke permits has introduced a new level of unpredictability for temporary residents. This shift means that even minor infractions could lead to immediate consequences, leaving little room for appeal or corrective action. Individuals must now be extra cautious when navigating their legal obligations, as a single oversight or misstep could result in losing their right to remain in Canada. This heightened enforcement also places additional pressure on legal advisors and advocacy groups to ensure that temporary residents are well informed and adequately represented in case of disputes. Under the updated Immigration and Refugee Protection Regulations, border and immigration officers now have greater authority to cancel temporary residence documents, including study permits, work permits, electronic travel authorizations, and temporary resident visas. Officers no longer need to go through lengthy bureaucratic processes to revoke permits. If they have reasonable grounds to believe that a person has violated the terms of their permit or obtained it through deception, they can immediately cancel the document. This change gives officers significant discretionary power, making it essential for permit holders to strictly follow immigration regulations. These documents can now be revoked instantly if a permit holder violates immigration rules or becomes ineligible for any reason. Under what circumstances can your study or work permit be revoked? The government has outlined several situations in which officers can immediately cancel a study or work permit. Misrepresentation or false information. If a permit holder is found to have provided false documents or misled immigration authorities, their permit can be revoked on the spot. This includes fraudulent admissions letters from colleges and universities, fake job offers submitted for work permits, or false claims regarding personal history, financial status, or previous visa refusals. Canada's immigration authorities have intensified their verification processes to detect fraud. Once misrepresentation is discovered, individuals can face an immediate ban from Canada for up to 5 years or, in severe cases, a lifetime ban. Criminal record or security risk. If a temporary resident commits a crime in Canada or is found to be a security risk, their visa or permit can be immediately cancelled, even if they have already been in the country for years. Authorities now conduct more thorough background checks and monitor permit holders for any illegal activity. A simple run-in with the law, even for minor offenses, can lead to deportation. These measures are designed to ensure foreign nationals positively contribute to Canadian society and do not pose any threats to public safety. Violation of permit conditions. Students and workers must follow the conditions of their permits at all times. If they stop studying full-time, work beyond legally allowed hours, or switch jobs without authorization, their permits can be revoked without warning. Canadian institutions and employers must now report non-compliance directly to immigration authorities. Even unintentional errors, such as failing to renew enrollment status or misunderstanding work hour limitations, can put individuals at risk of losing their legal status. Impact on international students and foreign workers. The effects of these policy changes extend beyond individuals to institutions and businesses that depend on foreign talent. Universities and colleges are now facing increased responsibility to monitor their international student populations and ensure compliance with immigration laws. This means stricter enrollment tracking, verification of academic progress, and heightened communication with immigration authorities. Employers, too, must navigate these changes carefully, ensuring that their foreign workers meet all legal requirements. Any failure to comply can lead to severe consequences, including financial penalties and restrictions on hiring temporary foreign workers in the future. For the more than 800,000 international students and temporary foreign workers in Canada, these new regulations bring increased risks and stricter enforcement. The government's enhanced monitoring measures mean that permit holders are under constant scrutiny. Many fear that minor administrative mistakes could result in the cancellation of their status. Additionally, the expanded authority of immigration officers has raised concerns about inconsistent enforcement, with some worried that decisions could be subjective rather than based on clear violations. Employers are also facing heightened responsibilities. Many industries, including healthcare, agriculture, hospitality, and construction, rely on temporary foreign workers and permanent residents to fill labor shortages. Companies must now be even more diligent in ensuring their hires comply with immigration regulations. Businesses that fail to meet requirements could lose their ability to hire foreign workers, tightening the job market for international applicants. Thanks for staying with us this far. We appreciate your time and hope you're finding this information valuable. Now, let's dive into what you can do to protect yourself. How to avoid losing your study or work permit. With the increasing complexity of immigration regulations, it is essential for temporary residents to stay informed about their rights and responsibilities. Regularly checking official government updates, consulting with immigration professionals, and keeping thorough records of all permit-related documents can prevent unexpected issues. Even small administrative oversights, such as missing a renewal deadline or failing to report changes in employment or academic status, can put a permit at risk. Awareness and proactive management of immigration status are now more crucial than ever. Given these tougher regulations, temporary residents must be extra cautious to avoid violations. It is now more important than ever to stay compliant with immigration rules and ensure that all documents are up to date. Navigating the future of immigration in Canada. Canada's new immigration rules introduce stricter enforcement and tougher penalties for international students and workers. While these changes aim to protect the integrity of Canada's immigration system, they also create new challenges for those hoping to study and work in the country. The best way forward is to stay informed, compliant, and proactive in safeguarding your immigration status. What do you think about these new policies? Do you agree with the government's decision, or do you think it's too strict? Let us know in the comments. The new immigration rules in Canada mark a significant shift for international students and workers. With stricter enforcement and instant permit revocations, staying informed and compliant is more important than ever. Whether you're a student navigating study permit conditions or a worker ensuring you meet employment requirements, understanding these changes can help you avoid unnecessary risks. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others who might need this information. Don't forget to subscribe to Canada Chronicles and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update on immigration policies. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.